So for our stewardship appeal this year, we chose the theme of preparation and transition. Obviously, as we are spending Advent preparing for the birth of Jesus, but we're also preparing for a major change and transition in our congregation as Pastor Katie leaves for her next call. Last week, Jeff spoke about preparing for the unknown. Today, I'll be talking about the role of prayer in this process. I read a quote once from Martin Luther where he said, "I have so much to do today, I'm going to need to spend 3 hours in prayer in order to be able to get it all done." Now, I'm not an expert on the 1500s, in fact, far from it, but I'm pretty sure they had the same 24-hour days back then that we do now. Now, I don't know about you all, but when I think about my busiest days, when it feels like you have to be everywhere and do everything at once, I tend not to think about stopping to spend 3 of my 24 hours praying. But I don't think that he prayed that long and God gave him extra magic hours in the day to do stuff. But I take it to mean that by spending that time talking to God when he felt overwhelmed, that God provided the answers on how to get it all done, which brings us to where we are now. Of course, it's natural to be concerned and to worry when there's a big change like this. And as Pastor alluded to in her sermon, it won't be easy. But we were never really promised easy anyway, right? Pastor Katie definitely hasn't had it easy. In the last 5 years, she's experienced things that pastors with decades of experience haven't had to deal with. And not only has she had to be our pastor, but also a secretary, a tech person, a janitor. She had to pick up the slack from some of us that weren't doing the stuff we probably should have been anyway, and a whole bunch more. So, Pastor, I need to ask, how many hours did you have to pray each day to get all this done? Well, just know that everything you've done has been recognized and is appreciated. So the easy thing now would be to step back and wait and see what happens next, or just worry about how are we going to find a new pastor, or are there even enough pastors, and can we afford one if we do find one? Or we can take a moment, we can talk to God with prayer, and let God give us the answers. And by the way, I'm not suggesting everybody spend 3 hours a day praying. If you want to, feel free, but that's on you. Don't come to me and say I was late for work because I prayed 3 hours like you told me to. So you'll all be getting your intent cards in the mail soon, and really prayer is the purpose behind these. It's not so that we can see if you're keeping up with your pledge. I promise you, Finance Committee doesn't sit around looking at that. But we would like you to put some thought and prayer into your giving to this congregation and how it can help us go forward and continue to do God's work. Because, yes, Pastor Katie's leaving and she will be missed, but all the ministries we do will continue. And as Jeff suggested last week, Holy Trinity isn't the pastor, but it's all of us. Thank you.